switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Will you take me on a trip? Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling. Well, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote it for me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Taufik from I'm a digital marketer and I would like to discuss more about sales selling by emails today. And I believe we can all learn something great. So, but let's just for some minutes to ask some other people about like 5 minutes more and we'll just start with the training.
Well, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote it for me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. When you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets
So let's start right now so that we can also proceed. Some minutes. So let's begin right now and we shall discuss about what we are talking about getting more sales from email. So before I proceed, my name is Taufik from I'm a email marketer and this is what I always do and I love emails. Let's just put it that way. So what I want to do here today is just like what more sales by selling by email. This tutorial is actually for some people, not for everybody actually. It is for someone who is actually looking to learn more about email marketing. You want to make more sales through email, and if you're also having a store, an e-commerce store, and you're looking like, okay, let me make more sales through email. Let me scale the people I actually have. You're having some people, you're having some customers' email addresses such as they make the purchase. You feel like, okay, how can I make more sales through them? You have some people that you actually have. Do you want more sales selling by emails? So this is our first episode and our second episode will be dropping. So I want you all to enjoy as we proceed right now. But the first thing I want you to do here is I want you to consider there are several ways you could make sale through email. So I want you to consider several ways you can make sales through email. The first thing I want you to do here is you want to take note. Through emails, you can say, okay, let me just send an email campaign. Let me just do an email blasting. Let me just send this out and there. Or let me just create a funnel that people make sale directly. Or let me just create a Facebook ads. Like several ways you could make sales, not only by doing emails. But one thing is, no matter the way you actually think of making sale, the one thing always complement it. What will always complement your sale is these emails. Emails complement it. So that's why I want to tell you right now. It's very simple. You want to consider what is called follow up. You want to consider follow up. That's just it. Follow ups. Whatever the name you give to it, you can call it email flow, you can call it workflow, you can call it any other names you like. We want to consider these follow ups. These follow ups actually back up everything you've been doing. They are it actually back up everything you've been doing. It is the actual king that you need right there. You need to continue letting your buyer know that this thing actually works. Something that you continue letting your customers know that this thing actually works. Something that you need. It is follow up here. So you do follow up for certain different reasons. So let me just give you a quick definition about it because you can say this illustration study that follow up is the king. So let me give some quick definition about this follow up. So follow up is actually messages or emails or SMS messages, SMS text, any messages out there, even phone calls, you call a friend, you tell a friend about what you are doing, sent after an action takes place. It's as simple as that. So it helps you in generating more sales and maximum growth. So follow-up helps with generating more sales and maximum growth, and a lot of things that follow-ups could do for you. So follow-up has everything already for you, fully stocked. Fully stocked. Like you want to imagine someone like this. You want to imagine someone in working in a communication company trying to call up a customer to do some follow-ups. You want to imagine someone working at a customer care, working in a customer support section, trying to make a call to do some follow-ups about their services. You want to imagine someone actually making an attempt to sell someone else. Like this things right there is something very simple that you want to take note. So what are the things that you actually do follow up for? Before I proceed, let me actually ask here in the chat, do we actually listen to me? And then can you hear my voice, please? Please let me know if you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, let me know, please. Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm glad you can hear me. So let me just proceed from there. So why do you just use this follow up? There are some things that actually run through your mind. Okay, let me do this follow up. Why? It is simple. The first thing you are considering doing follow up is you want to give updates. You want to give updates. You are considering, okay, maybe I can give you an update. That's one of the way that you are actually doing follow up. You want to give updates. You want to let them know about some certain new things, some new things you have in stock. So you are giving them an update. Another thing is you can actually nurture their interest. You can nurture their interest, you can nurture them, you can have them closer to you so that they wouldn't lose interest while being with you. Because let me tell you one thing about marketing here. Marketing is about you not letting the interest die. So when you let the interest die in marketing, then you have actually lose your customer, you have actually lose your prospect. Because when they lose interest in your product, they are not looking to buy again. They have already found a good alternative. Now, another thing they want to do follow up for is you want to give them information. Maybe you want to update them about the product they actually ordered. You want to give them information about their health status. You want to give them information about the new this. You want to give them information about a booking that actually made with you that it has already shifted. Like this information you want to consider it too. Another thing you want to do right here is you want to sell. You want to sell. So what are you trying to sell? If I want to sell your product, want to sell your services, these are the ways these are how followers could help you. It depends on how you actually want it. So follow up is so much beneficiary to you and you don't want to joke with it. Then the next thing you want to consider is you want to do something you call you want to build relationship. You want to build relationship. So it depends on what you actually want. You might want to build relationship. Relationship in one sense, you want to build a close communicative relationship, something that has a good communication between the two of you. So when the relationship is there, you are not just relating to yourself as if okay, you are my customer, I am actually the seller. Or you are my buyer, I am the seller. It's, the relation is not like I pay you and give me my product. No, the relation has already come closer. It is follow up that makes it that way. Follow up will make it the relationship come closer to an extent and tells you that okay, I'm not just paying you for your product. You are solving a problem for me and you are getting your own win back. That's just the main thing there. Then another thing right there I want to discuss is And I want to give you a simple dot. That's just a simple fact. Follow-up emails are essential for automated results. So don't want to joke with it. The more way that I can actually continue to make more sales through email is through follow-up emails. Let me tell you an instance. You have a Shopify store, you have any other stores that you think, okay, let me just do this for you, let me do this for you. Any other store you think, you have a Shopify store, you have an e-commerce store, yet you're not doing follow-up for the emails you have. You keep on losing money on the people that actually abandon their carts. You keep on losing money on every single event, on every single action that takes place. So follow-up is very important. You want to build this relationship. So the secret that follow-ups actually do here is it gives you the automated result. So and it is something you're actually looking for. You don't want to go elsewhere and say, okay, I don't want to do this follow-up. But one thing right here is the question is now simple. So I want to ask you this question. It is, I mean, the question is, I want to ask you this question and you're also asking me, but I'll give an answer. You're like, how? How can I do this follow-ups to get me this automated result? How can I set it up? How? How can I set this follow-up to give me this automated result? Another question coming to your mind, which is another how. It is, how does this follow up actually work? How do I set it up using a great platform? How does it work? Do I just need to go up on the platform and put an email, do this, do that, do this, do that, anyhow? No. How does it work? That is what I'll say. How can you discover? How can you scale your follow up when it's actually working? How can you scale it? How can you go this in? And these are the three main questions that I want to answer to you today. So, how does this thing work? How do you set these follow-up ups? How do you lay your emails? How does it work? How does the sales psychology aspect actually work to it? What do you need to study before your follow-up could actually be active? So, and another thing out here is, how do you scale it when it's actually live? How do you scale it? Now, let me not continue right there. It's simple. But before I continue, it's only you that can make me to continue right now. It is only you, I are seeing below. It is only you that can make the continuation very simple. I click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, for your support, and we shall continue with the video. Just some few minutes. I think a minute should do that. Can you click on the subscribe button, please? I think a minute should do that. So thanks so much. Okay, and also you can also click on the like button if you are thinking you will take something greater out of this training and you are trying to enjoy what you are trying to achieve here. Very simple. How do you do the great follow up that actually give you more sales? How do you do it? I'm saying this thing here from my own experience and the sales I've actually generated through workflows. I'll follow up. Now, the first thing first is the first thing for you to create a successful follow-up is the goals. What goals are you looking to achieve? What goals do you want to achieve with this thing here? Why are you creating this follow-up? What goal do you want to achieve? Let me tell you the common goals everybody wants to achieve. Your goals might be there too. The first goal they want to achieve is purchase. I want to make a sale. Why do I have a follow-up? Why do I call an email marketing expert? Why do I call an expert if not for sale? Like everybody want to make this sale. That's the first goal. I want to make a sale. The next group I'm thinking, okay, maybe I want to give out valuables. Okay, I'm actually a blogger. I write blog content, then I want to give out valuables. What do you mean by valuable? I feel like, okay, I want to give you some content that can actually educate you on some certain tasks. I want to give you content that is very valuable to the extent that you might not get it cheap anywhere else. But I'm giving it to you at the less price. Like I'm giving you valuables, I'm giving you video content that you can actually enjoy. I'm giving you things that you can actually desire. Now, another thing here is you want to build your brand community. What brand community am I talking about here? Here are some goals that you can actually achieve with follow up. Brand community, like want to build a Facebook group, then follow up actually helps you build a Facebook group. I'm telling you this very fact right here. You want to build a WhatsApp group, then follow up helps you build a WhatsApp group. You want to build any other thing, follow up is something very good for you. So this follow-up here is very simple. They actually convert your entire email addresses, like the email addresses, the list that you've generated originally. They convert it to whatever goal you want to achieve. So these email addresses that you've generated, you can actually use it to build a brand community. Take for instance, if you are into a cattle industry or you are into a food industry and you feel okay, I want to build a community of chefs. A community whereby people actually come here, they put up cooking ideas using my product. You're like, okay, I'll actually use this uh use these kettles and I'm very okay with it. I just use this product and I can make a good breakfast out of it. Like this brand community is something very important too that you want to consider as a goal. Another thing here is your social media account. So you may also consider growing your social media account where you want to grow your Facebook page. You're like, okay, now you are seeing me on email. Why not just subscribe to my Instagram? Why not just follow me on Instagram? Why not just join my Facebook group. Why not just this? This account too is also work for it. Another goal here you want to see here is your organic SEO ranking. Organic SEO ranking. I'm telling you right now, follow-ups helps in your Google ranking. Like I don't know why follow-up is so great. Follow-up has been doing all these things, so they are making all these things come together for you, like multiples in one. Absolutely. So looking at this organic SEO ranking, if you want to rank well on Google and you're taking email marketing doesn't help with you are taking follow-up doesn't necessarily follow-up actually helps with it. You want to imagine when you are having so much visit on your website every single day through the follow-up aspect, then you want to see what Google will say. Google will feel like good. I think you're actually working well. Let me tell you one thing about all these traffic platforms. They want you to go and bring a traffic from outside to show us that you are actually stretching out to get this ranking for by all means. For a tip, let me say I will call this out later. Let me say you're a freelancer now. Fiverr is actually looking for you to go and get traffic from outside. So they're looking for you to go and get traffic from outside so that I can say, okay, good, you are ranking well. That's why you say level two seller that got the ranks. That got the rank. That's why you see a level two seller that got the rank. No, you don't need all these things there. So it helps you organize XEO ranking. When the traffic is coming into your website every single day with your correct email addresses, then this thing actually helps. Then follow up also do some other thing also helps you to become your brand evangelist. It helps you to become your brand evangelist. It helps your current customers to become a brand evangelist. It helps your stranger that are even coming out. They haven't even tested your product yet. They haven't even know what your product look like. They haven't know what your services look like. But through a friend, they feel like okay, the way you recommended the product, they too can also recommend the product to someone else. Like they become the brand evangelist. They continue to preach about your product. It is the power of follow up. Another one out here is you actually build a lifetime value. There is one thing about lifetime value, build a lifetime value. I mean, lifetime is a lifetime. I mean it, lifetime throughout the entire life cycle of your customers. Lifetime value. They will continue to remember you till eternity. They'll be like, good, this man sells a great product. He's solving my problem. The relationship is there. He builds a close relationship with me. Yeah, and then he just gives a lifetime value. He's giving me valuables and he's so much value that I can actually recommend. Even when I pass on, I want to give it to my grandchildren. Absolutely, that's what we are talking about here. So these are those the main thing here. Let me just recap here. It gives you the purchases, the social media account. I mean, your goal can be purchases, social media account, valuables, brand community. You want to build a lifetime value, brand evangelist, and organic SEO ranking. So the next thing you want to consider here is what we call events. The next thing you want to consider here is what we call event. So event is the next thing you want to consider. So you don't want to miss it. Event. Now, once you've known the goal of your follow-up, you've known the goal you want to achieve. You know the goal you want to achieve is purchases. Now, this event, I want you to think of this. What could happen? Let's pick a goal now. Pick a goal in your mind. Let's do a quick test. Pick a goal in your mind. What could have happened? How can this goal be achieved? How can it be achieved? Divide it in the most easy way that you think of. This is a discourse now. How can this goal be achieved? Going this way or this way or this way? How can someone that will actually and maybe click on the buttons can actually looking at these purchases you feel like okay, I want purchase on my website. I want is it from your website, is it from your Shopify store, is it from your WooCommerce store, is it from your Squarespace, is it from your BigCommerce? I want purchase. You might feel like okay, good. I want purchase from my funnels. I want purchase from my funnels. You are doing a lead generation sales funnel, something that will actually generate you some sales, a lead generation sales funnel or a sales funnel. I want some sales from your funnels. Another one is say, I want some sales from my email, from my emails. Let's say for instance, you actually send a campaign through this email, send a campaign. I feel like I still want some more sales from this campaign, this thing. I still want some more sales for Valentine period. Like these are what we're talking about here. This is your goal purchases. So an event always take place. So this event, now looking at this goal now, the goal is purchase. And the event that might actually occur is that it might be on the website, it might be through the funnels, and it might be through the emails. Now, let's not dive deeper. If it's through the website or through the funnels or through the emails, let's go and drill down. Let's say, okay, let's say this thing is through the website. Through the website, you want to imagine, like, okay, from this website, they actually move on from the home page. Like someone who actually comes to your website want to make a purchase, they load your website, say, example.com. Let's say that's your website. The person will land on your home page. When the person lands on your homepage through your website, you're like, okay, good. I'm trying to get a product. The person find himself at the product page trying to buy any product. Let me say, trying to buy a cocktail. Then the next thing he added to cart, he going to the cart page and the checkout page. Then he paid. Like it is as simple as that. You can actually illustrate it that way. So what you are talking about, these are the events that take place one after the other. The event is just an occurrence that happen maybe a minute after, a minute before, or a minute to come. These occurrences is what we want to take note. So come from the website, so okay, you go to the home page, you come to the products page, you come to the cart page, you come to the checkout page. If you can break out this event like this format for any other thing you want to set up, then you're actually very good with your business. You are very good with your emails. Now let's not go on further. So I don't just want to tell you that you want to do this, you want to do that. No, I want you to see the foundation for yourself so that you can actually learn what we are talking about here. Now let me pick this website now. I'm still talking on the website now. Let me give you possible events that can happen. So the first possible event is the person can actually come in here as a newbie. He subscribes. He subscribe to your front page. He subscribe to your front page, your landing page, or your splash page. He subscribe. And if you want to learn about how to gradually get these subscribers, I'm tagging a video here at the top, and you can actually learn about it. So just come back after the recording has been placed. I will tag the video at the top, and you can actually learn about it. Now subscribe. The person actually subscribes. When the person subscribe, there's an event has already take place, like you subscribed. That's just it there. Then another event that you want to take note here is the person made a visit. The person made a visit to where? Made a visit to your website. The person subscribed, the person might feel okay, I've subscribed, and that's all. Then the following day, the person made a visit to your website. Something triggered him to make a visit. Maybe say through your other campaigns and any other thing. And one thing about this email is it always honor all your marketing aspect. One thing about this follow-up is it always honor all your marketing aspect. It always, every single day, every single time, you always have it there. It's always on a marketing aspect. So when someone made a visit, that's another event. You want to see another event, say that the person actually searched a product. That's another event you want to take note. That's another event you want to take note. And let's before I proceed, please, if you are having any question, don't forget to drop your question in the comment box, and I will continue to check so that I can reply as at when due. Please drop your questions at the comment box. So rather than just search the product, you go to the search engine, you type the type of product you are looking for, and you actually make the search for the product. Yet you still didn't make the purchase yet. And another action you want to take note here is the person left it in the cart. Like you search for a product, you added it to cart, yet you still left it in your cart. That's another event. You can see I just put up like 6 events here, so let me just continue to the next stage. Another event that you want to take note here is the person left the checkout page. Like he left the checkout page. Like they left the checkout page. Just the checkout page was like, oh, maybe some issue actually happened on the checkout page. You are looking at the car, the forms is too long, or any other thing that happened. But he left the checkout page for Christ's sake. He left the checkout page. And another thing right there you want to consider is the person actually made the purchase. Like that's just it here. So this guy here, you can see the guy that actually subscribed. He came back, he made a visit. He came back and he made a visit and searched for a product and left it in the cart. Yet he still come back again to go to the checkout page. He left it. Yet he come back again to make the purchase. Look at it. This a person can actually pass through all this journey. Now these are the possible events that might take place. Now not all of them will pass through this journey the same way. Now your goal is what? To make a purchase. Your goal is what? Is to make the purchase. Then when this possible event actually take place, they want to discover why is the obstacles actually coming up? Why is there some obstacles here? Why is this not actually working fine to what you are expecting? Why is this thing not actually going good to what you are expecting? Then that is where your follow-up comes in. Things don't go that way. We are human beings. We tend to forget some things because you are human beings that want to buy from you. You are in a business of people. So you want to buy these things from you, you tend to forget, okay, you just subscribe to a brand. In fact, you even want to know, with this follow-up, you want to know that does this guy subscribe to my brand for fun? Does he subscribe to investigate me? Then on this follow-up, this thing is telling you that okay, you are going to do it this way, you're going to do it that way, I'm not going to do it this way. So follow-up is actually very great for you to unlocking the great sales you want to unlock. Now, let's continue right there. So let's continue right there. And I want to tell you right now is that is just a case study of a website. That is just a website case study of a website. There are many events you want to think of. There are many events that will take place. Now, the 6 events I've just given at the top is just minor to many events that might happen at the website. It's just management event on the website. You might say, okay, when you search a product, you search this particular product, you search a particular product and it doesn't make the purchase. You search a product that everybody is looking to have and it doesn't make the purchase. Then something is going on. It doesn't achieve your goal. then you are feeling something is going on somewhere. So this is just a case study of a website. You want to discover this with this illustration I've given to you. You watch the recording. I want you to go and discover it. What is a case study? It's a personal assignment to you. What is a case study that you want to study with funnels? If you actually understand funnels, what is a case study I want to study with emails? What is the case study I want to study? If you even make it more specific, looking at a website, well, okay, I'm not going for e-commerce website alone. What is the case study I want to study with e-commerce website? What is a case study that I want to study with e-commerce website? What is a case study that I want to study with services website? What is a case study I want to study someone selling products? What is a case study? You haven't narrowed it down to businesses. That is why a great marketer has always been specific. We are not specific about these things yet. See, your follow-up is actually becoming muddy. Let me give you a secret. I've been looking to create this course for quite a long time, to create this video for quite a long time. I'm feeling like, how will I put this video online and how will you understand? But I found the best way right here. It is simple. Take this thing into practice on an assignment. Now, the next thing right there is I want to tell you one thing now. Let's pick an event. I want to pick an event out of the sixth event because this event is actually a big tree on its own. I want to pick an event. Let's say the person actually subscribed. Like you made this subscription. He subscribes. This person subscribe. Let me the person subscribe. Like you created your front page. Many people are actually going like, okay, you have actually subscribed to this business. They are coming one after the other. Looking at this red guy, it's actually going to subscribe to your business. I don't know whether you support it, but it's coming. I know it's coming. Now, all of them become a subscriber. Then it is simple. How do you go with it? How do you go with it? Your goal is to make purchase. Let me remind you as a reminder. Don't forget, when they subscribed, your goal is to make purchase. When your goal is to make purchase through the website, then the website comes bring out the impossible event, then the event is only subscribed. Then the event is only subscribed. The only is actually in some quotation marks. It is the only subscribed. So this is only, they don't do any other thing apart from that one. This event is only subscribed, and they might do some other things too, but yet it doesn't alter your follow-up here. The event is only subscribed. You can give it any name you want to give it to. You can call it welcome email, you can call it subscriber email or whatever. But one thing is the concept is very important. I know when you're taking that, you're thinking, okay, it's talking about welcome email automation, it's talking about autoresponder, it's talking about this, it's talking about this. No, I'm telling you the concept right there. It is simple. The event is only subscribed. Now moving on from there is, let's now go on. How do you actually do this thing here? This one actually goes to our third step. Our third step is plans or roadmaps. Plans or roadmaps. What are the plans? What are the plans required? Whatever your plan is, whatever the route you are drawing, whatever the follow-up plan you are thinking of, a good email marketing platform should actually put it into practice. A good email marketing platform should let you to practice it. It is simple. They might give you the template, but one thing is, it is not personalized to every brand. It is not specific to every business. So you have to come up with a plan or roadmaps that you actually need on your own. Now, the next thing right there is, so you have to do that is subscribe, follow up here. It is your starting point is your event. There is no doubt. Your starting point is your event. You don't joke with it. Now, your event, go and look at your event again. You want to take the event that is at the last end, not the event that started. Let's take for instance, you feel like you want to sell, right? You want to purchase, then you come to the website. Your website is not yet your event until you narrow it down. Then when you come to website, what could happen? What could happen? They will go to the home page. After the home page, they will go to the products page. After the products page, the cart page, then the cart, and then the checkout page, and they make the purchase. Then that is not yet your event. What if you take it the home page and you narrow it down? What if you take more of the website and you still narrow it down? Well, okay, when you come to this website, then what could happen? What could you do? What are the shortcomings that my client could face, that my customer could face before making the purchase? What are the shortcomings? Then after you continue to ring in, you feel like, okay, good. These shortcomings are something like when you subscribed. Then this subscribe is your starting point. If you are picking subscribe, then your starting point will be like whenever anybody subscribes, whenever anybody join this list, whenever anybody join this system, then this is where it's called subscribe. Then that is your great starting point here. And the next thing here you want to consider, it is When your starting point, you already know that your starting point is for them to subscribe. Now, let's move on. And if you're having any question, please drop it below and let us and let me just be checking about it and I'll take the question. Please drop it. Now, your starting point is your event. That does it. Now, what do you want to do here? You might be thinking, like, okay, let me give you a welcome offer message. Like, don't forget your goal purchase. I'm walking to the goal right here. The goal strictly. I'm walking to the goal strictly. So let me give you a welcome offer purchase. Let me give you a welcome offer message. Like, okay, I'm giving you 50% off as a new customer, and I'm letting you know about my brand. Like, okay, thank you for joining our business. You are welcome to this family. You are welcome to this brand. A welcome offer message. That's what they need. That is the first thing right there. Another thing is you want to serve them with another product. Another thing is you are thinking, okay, let me sell you with another product. Selling them with another product. So when you send your first email, you feel like okay, good, and the second email, you feel like okay, let me sell you with another product. At least if I can sell you, my first email introduces you to my business. It gives you some insight about what my business is doing, then let me keep on selling them another product. So we want to sell them some other expensive products, or we want to sell them some cheap products, or a product that I think is stop selling. It depends on your own perspective to it. So there are many ways to do these things here. So it depends on the product you want to sell. You want to sell them a product collection, or a product that you like, okay, let me create an email for you to sell it to you, or let me just create an SMS for you to sell this product to you, or let me just create an email that actually sells my bootcamp course to you. Let me just create something that actually sells it to you. Follow up is just so important here. Another step you want to take here is you want to filter. You want to filter who purchased or who did not purchase. You want to bring up here with your condition. You want to be like, okay, hey man, did you purchase? If you purchase, please come to this left. If you don't purchase, please come to this right. It is simple. The system already will set it for you. See, this follow up is just a framework of view that you actually need to be applying it one after the other. So, want to filter who purchased or not, you send them two follow up messages that they need to make a purchase from. But yet, none of them actually make the purchase. Then you want to filter them here. Who actually make the purchase? Then you want to bring them here. These are the things you want to take note. Another thing right there is you want to specify, want to create specific upselling emails. What do I mean by upselling? Upselling is just really like after someone has made a purchase, then you want to serve them again. Specific upselling emails. So someone who actually make the process feel like good. I think I'm a good buyer. There's one thing you always want to keep in mind: ABC. Always be closing. Let me say ABS now. Always be selling. I want to give them specific emails, specific upselling emails. I want you want to take notice. You don't want to be salesy. You don't want to keep on selling every single day. So let me give you a tip now. For you to actually sell something that actually works well, you want to consider doing something we call value pitch emails. You don't want to go come here and give me some pitch emails or give me some sale emails or give me some sale messages or pitch messages. No, give me the value. Don't tell me the generic thing. This thing is 50% off. This thing is 30% off. No, I don't want it that way. We don't want it this way. We don't want that way. It is actually good. It's awesome. With good quality. No. Tell me why I need this thing. Why is it of quality? Why is it of something that is actually desirable? Why do I need this? Why do I need to take these things here? So you won't give me specific upselling emails. Then if you're like, okay, you see, I bought this product, then give me a good upselling email. A good email that, okay, let me just make a purchase. Then the next thing you want to do here is what we call the object segmentation here. You want to tag these people. You want to tag them when you make this purchase. And I see that you are actually making this purchase. Why not just add buyer to your name? Let me add buyer to the email address I have with me. If your email address is example.com, call you buyer example@gmail.com. Like, let me actually know you. This is what we call the tagging aspect here. And also, when it's tagging aspect, and the last step that actually ends every follow up is they actually how to exit it. See, whatever name you give follow up, you can call it workflow, you can call it automation, you can call it autoresponder, you can even call it campaign. Whatever name you give to it, you must do follow up. Follow up is the backbone of your sale here. A business that doesn't have follow up is actually losing 3 M's on its marketing aspect. I'm telling you right now, it's something you don't want to dispute. And it's something. Now, important thing, lest I forget. Important thing, lest I forget. The important thing is you want to take note of the delays. You don't want to rush the emails immediately. No, let me give you a new breakdown and let me now go back to where we're talking about here. Let me just go up a little bit here. There is a welcome offer message. You feel like okay, let me send a welcome offer message immediately you subscribed or 30 minutes after you subscribe. Selling them another product. Okay, good. Let me just wait for about 3 days. After I send this first message, then let me send you another product. Let me send you an email. Then you filter. Open this one and say, okay, let me wait for about 1 week and see who purchased or who didn't purchase. And you filter them out. Then after you filter them and then you follow out question, okay, let me give you a good upselling email. Like don't forget, our goal here is just about selling alone. Only selling, only purchase, only to make sale. That's just it. The delay, you mustn't send them emails. You mustn't send them these emails one after the other, like without even any delay at all. It looks like you are spamming them or you are bugging them with a lot of emails. No. So when you take note of the delays, you don't want to rush emails immediately. You don't want to keep on sending emails without the proper timing. So once you want to know this thing here, see, creating putting this time into this thing here is a result about the psychological behavior of the humans you're actually working with. The psychological behavior. You want to say, okay, but a normal time. I'm giving you a normal time. I don't want you to go into psychology. I already done the headache for you. The normal time you want to give it to the emails is like, okay, maybe an interval between an email, depending on the follow-up you're trying to create, to be like, okay, maybe 2 days interval, 3 days interval, 4 days interval. At times 12 hours or 24 hours interval. And you be like, okay, I want to wait whether you could make this purchase. I want to whether you could make this purchase. Okay, let me just give you like a week. That's just it. You can continue to adjust these things time to time when your flow continues running. Now, let's continue right there. It's just simple. And I know one thing about follow up is when you create this system, it continue to work for every head that comes into your business, for every new subscriber that you have. Look at all these heads that are actually coming into the business. For every head that comes, you can see the blue head, the green head, all of them are just coming to your business. It actually works for one of them after the other. Now, let's look at how to do follow up. Let's look at how to do follow up in 3 points. I've given you 3 points right there. Is how to do follow up. The first thing here is have a goal. Pick a goal, please. Pick a goal. What is your goal? Purchase. I want to make purchase. I want to build relationship. I want to have a community. I want to build a lifetime value. I want to grow my SEO. Like build, have a goal. What I'm talking about here, have a goal. How to follow? First thing here is you want to have a goal. That's just it. You want to what? You want to have a goal. That's the first thing you want to consider. Have a goal. Don't joke with it. The goal is very important. Don't just go up there and create a follow-up. No, have a goal. And the next thing you want to consider is you want to discover the event. See, discovering this event is for you the ability for you to go deeper, the ability for you to go deep and deep and deep. You don't want to, when you go deep to the method and you're like, okay, you cannot go deep again. Then you want to discover this event. That's what you need right there. Now let me give you for instance. You want to know some certain things here. You want to do like, okay, let me say your goal is to make purchase. Your goal is to make purchase and the purchase is through the website and you are going deeper. That's the event through the website. Another event of comes say, okay, from this website, okay, go to the product page, home page, and this like that. Then another event comes, okay, when you make a visit, that's your home page, you make a visit. Then when you make a visit, what actually happens? Like, what event is the end event? You want to discover the event. Then this event is what you actually create this goal for. You are also actually creating this follow up for. Because this goal starts first, then your event settle is what you are creating this follow up for. Event is what you are creating your follow up for. Don't miss it out on it. The last event, it is your starting point. Another thing right there is want to take note is you want to bring out the roadmaps. How is this roadmap going to work? How is it going to work? Then you want to bring out the sketch. Even take your just take your notes, sketch it out. Okay, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you that. How is this roadmap going to work? So let me just say this one again. The first thing here you want to consider doing a follow up is have a goal. You want to have a goal? You want to have a goal that you are trying to achieve with this follow up. You are talking about purchase. You are talking about building a lifetime value. You are talking about making good relationships. You are talking about sharing valuables. What goal are you talking about here? And the next thing you want to think about there is you want to discover the event. Now, this event is actually the triggers that actually tells you, okay, good. This thing has happened. Then what follow up do you bring up to it? These are the event here. So let me give you some example of the event. Let's say your goal is to make a purchase. Then the event will come by this way and tell you, okay, when you make a purchase on the website, and what if someone actually make a visit and actually goes? What if someone actually subscribe? Then these are events you want to take note. And the last thing here is you want to bring out the roadmaps. You want to bring out the road, you want to bring out the plans, the follow-up plan. How are you actually going to send this message to them? How? So I've already tell you about the bring up plan. This was a brief cap. I'll give you a brief up. I already bring out the plans for you year above, telling you that okay, give them a welcome message. You can actually watch the video again and actually understand what I'm referring to. You can refer to it back. So give them bring out the roadmaps. Now the next thing right here is the question and answer section. I think we have had a great, let me say 40 minutes or 30 minutes together right now. So let's go for the question and answers section. Please, if you have any question, please drop it now. We are in the question and answer section. Ask your questions, please. So while we are waiting for some questions, let's just wait like 2 minutes for some questions. While we're waiting for some questions, let me say just like 1 minute for some questions. So while we're waiting for some questions, let's keep on exploring. While we're waiting for some questions, I think we can just proceed and we can watch this video and drop your question later. So the next thing here is how can you combine goals together? Like you've only made the post sales alone. So you want to combine sales, social media growth, build a lifetime value, and whatever you want to add to it. How can you combine all these goals together? Let me tell you one thing. Follow up is so crazy to the extent I will teach you how to combine goals together. Many goals you want to think of combining together. So combining these goals together will lead us so for you to know how to combine these goals together. You know what you want to do here is you first want to subscribe to this place to this channel, subscribe to this channel and be updated because we'll be having our episode 2. I will post the banner, let me say like few minutes after we drop after we are done with this conversation with this lesson today. We will drop the banner for the episode 2. I actually go to episode 3 and also know more about these flows and how it actually goes. So you want to subscribe to this business right now so that it can be a good great for you. And if you know you learned something from this training today, please let me see your comment in the chat box. What have you learned? What are your questions? Throw it out so that we can just discuss it maybe 10 minutes before we start our next training. So possibly our next training here will be on